What's going on YouTube? It's your boy DCoates coming to you with another video. And this one is going to be more on that track I was talking about where I got the health, fitness, um, business, entrepreneur, finance, and then this is going to be more like social community kind of thing. So this big one is really about demographics. And it's really a concept I got from Mark Manson. He wrote the book Models. I have a book review on that if you want to look at it. It's probably my favorite like I mean it's more than a dating book, but it definitely covers that extensively. But the big thing he was talking about is demographics, and that's something that I really think is important, and I'm just going to kind of go over my view on that. Really what demographics is from his point of view, my point of view, is the type of people you're around. So uh, when it comes to meeting people, whether it be for whatever reason, whatever type of contact network you need, the big thing is to choose things you like to do and use that to make your demographics. Don't just always rely on, I guess, the people around you, but the people around you should have similar interest in you that you have. Like, you can't just follow the crowd. And, like, I know a big thing for me, for example, is like, for a long time, for a lot of years, I mean, just a few years ago, I would go to a lot of these, like, house parties, which house parties are fun sometimes, like, completely get it, but that's not really, like, it might have been my friends, people, and a lot of people my age, the type of people they wanted to be around. But if that's not the type of people you want to be around, any connection you make in that social area, whether it be for business, for general friendship, for dating, it's like they're not, most likely their values are not going to line up with you. So the key is to figure out what you value, what you want to do, who you want to be, and then start joining those things and getting proficient at those things so that you have high status in those things. So when you do want to make connections with people, one, they're going to be compatible with you in whatever direction you're moving, or they're going to have the higher likelihood and percentage. And two, for whatever you're doing, you're going to be viewed as way more attractive because you guys all went to this for a certain thing. You've gained an ability, a skill, a bit of expertise in it, a lot of interest, and generally a lot of interest in it. So because you have those qualities, it's going to exude a good confidence, and it's also going to be viewed as a lot more attractive, and you're going to be a lot more high status because in that area, in that room, you hold all the qualities everybody values. So that's just very important. And that's something that I've always kind of had a fear factor. I've always wanted to do it, but I've had this bit of fear factor. And it's a lot of things. So even like for me, I could think of recently I did join like a yoga studio. I like yoga. I like meditation. I like that whole vibe. Um, and then I joined the gym about a month ago. I like working out, like being fit, like getting fit. And it's not even like I've met tons of people there, but I mean, as you move on, you can go to a different gym, do different things. But when you meet people, you'll have one shit to say, but the people you meet in those areas are gonna be like-minded. Or I went to that RSD event, people that are into self-improvement, into bettering themselves. I met a dude there. I mean, we really never even met up or anything, but like still the connections I was making, I was never surrounded by people like that before. And now that I've kind of been joining more stuff and getting into that realm, my network seems like it's growing. It's getting into a better field. But even this YouTube thing, I mean, and you cannot deny that. Like, there's a whole demographic and social realm when it comes to one YouTube, but any social media. So upgrading your social media to actually represent yourself so that the correct demographic has that attraction towards you. Building a YouTube channel that reflects what you're trying to reflect and express to the community. That's important. So really, this is all about demographics. You got to actually, number one, find out what you like. Find out the types of people. Find out what you want to do. Then find out the people you want to do things with. And then go towards those areas. And then become good at those areas. And then you'll be surrounded by people that match what you want to do. Because I find myself to, it's kind of like haphazard, and then whatever I got, I try to just work with it, but there was no strategy into increasing the odds of what I'm working with to being a higher percent of compatibility, whether it be with whatever it be, like friendship, just somebody to talk to, somebody to go out with as like maybe a wingman, somebody to chop it up, do business with, a girl to um, maybe just have a what if it's a relationship or something a little less than that, more than that, whatever. It's like I never really had a real strategy as to increasing the odds of the compatibility. So like when things didn't work out, I kind of would put it all on me, which I do. I like to hold a lot of responsibility in my life, but it's not like I did anything wrong within the realms of whatever was happening with the other person. It probably was more that the pot in which I picked from was not the pot that's the best for me. Like there's a better pot to draw from. So that's pretty much what all this is. It's just really find your demographic, find your people, and find first you got to find your values and principles. That's number one. You got to get those down. If you don't know what you value, you're never going to be able to do that. Number two, find what you want to do, what you like to do, what you're interested in. And three, find out where those fucking people are and go there and become a top member of it. Those are the three things you need to do to find your demographic. And right there, that will just increase your happiness, increase your social circle. Your network is your net worth. And it will just increase the good vibes because you're not going to be surrounded by people that don't value what you value because you've done those three things. You pointed out what your values are. You found out what you want to do and how those values align. And then you found out where the people that have those two things are. So you're automatically going to be fishing with dynamite. You're going to be putting yourself in the best position. And I know I have a video before. It's like, I love that. Stacking the deck in your favor. You want to stack the deck in your favor. You always be at this from Grant Cardone. He's like, never ever play fair. Be ethical, but never ever play fair. So you got to stack the deck in your favor. You got to have cards up your sleeve, and you got to make it the easiest for yourself. So that's what this is. Find your demographic. Go to your demographic. Be part of your demographic, and be the top person in that demographic. And man, the floodgates are open for you. And I'm not even saying I have that perfected, but I've dabbled in it a little bit, and my feelings, my choices, my life in general is just raising. So it's all good, my man. Or woman if got some girls on the channel. Generally, when I check my analytics, there's a lot of dudes, which I understand. So that's it for today. Appreciate anybody who's watching all the way to the end. If you like the content, please click the like button. Leave some comments below. Click that subscribe button. I love those subscribers, man. And until next time, peace out.